I'll do whatever you tell me to, boss. That has to do with the game.
So apparently we're focusing on one more.
Alright, we are now about live? Yes, we are live. Welcome to Mottainai stream part 2, full of gameplay and stuff. Because that's cool. I think we're live. Are we live? It's a mystery. I'm going to keep talking with filler stuff in case we're not actually live. Because if we're not live, then nobody will hear this. But if we are live, hopefully this is slightly amusing. Oh look, it's starting! Now, so you can see our lovely view of the board. It's our new enhanced, actually oriented correctly table. So again, we're going to have Kat. Why don't you wave from your side, Kat?
Hi.
See, Kat's over on that side, it's the left. And we have Julia. She's on the right. Due to constraints of our tripod potentially falling apart, I'm not going to turn the camera to face either of them. Or at all. So, let's get ourselves a game going.
Yay.
So this stream is going to be more about gameplay and strategy than about explaining the game. So I'm not going to go over all the rules again like we did last time, because that would be boring for most of you. So go ahead and deal out some cards.
Alright.
5 cards, right?
Yep, 5 cards each, and then a dummy task.
Face down.
A dummy task face down, and then a card in the floor face up for each of you.
Alright, so I have Bell, so that's ahead in the alphabet, so I go first.
Yes.
Let's see.
And if the weather is in fact cooperative, I won't have to change the white balance on this stream in the middle, because it will not go behind clouds.
Alright, so...
Sasha is also outside today, because we don't want Sasha to destroy things.
Yeah, Sasha is frolicking.
So yes, so since Julia drew Bell, she's gonna go first. And she's thrown Tower to the floor.
No, it was... Yeah, so no, you're right, it was Tower.
Aha, I'm smart.
I'm doing so well. Let's see...
I've got my fancy card display going this time. This time the card display won't block half the board.
Woohoo.
Woo!
So I will choose a Potter action.
Okay.
So I will collect... I'll collect paper. Paper's always good.
Nothing like paper.
Paper is never bad.
Paper can be bad. You get a paper cut.
Oh.
And you're done.
Yep.
Alright.
So, once you actually know how to play Mottainai, games go really quick.
I got a pinwheel.
And again, we can see, or I can see people's hands from the sky view. So if you hold your hand out and fan it a little bit
Do you want me
toward
to do
yourself,
this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Like
sure.
that's my hand.
And then you guys should not look at the screen.
Alright.
Then people can sort of see what's going on.
Okay.
That's neat. Yeah, like I can see your hand, Julia, now.
Okay.
Cat is being a Heidi pants.
You are correct. Sure. I will... play a clerk. And then I will use your Potter to pick up this metal. And then I will use my clerk to move this metal over here.
Nice.
Selling some metal.
Nice.
Your turn.
Alright, I will put it back on here. And let's see, we already have a clerk action, so let's see, I will put down...
So by grabbing an early metal sale, Kat is threatening that all the cards in her hand might be back orders. This is often a good strategy because it stops somebody from rushing to like a 6-point paper victory if they just build a bunch of crappy words on the side.
So basically what you're saying is that she probably has a lot of metal cards in her hand that she'd like to turn into works.
Well, no, the fact is you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I am winning in metal, so any metal in my hand scores
Yeah.
at the end of the game,
Right.
even if it's not covered, right?
Right.
Alright.
Which is actually really important to stop rush strategies.
Yes.
You get an early sale of a clay or a metal, you're saying, I have between 0 and 15 points in my hand.
Yep.
And that's enough of a deterrent to stop somebody from building out things really quick.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will use your clerk action to build a lampshade, which means I win clay and metal sales ties at the end of the game.
Okay. I'm still winning the metal
Yay!
because I have 1, and that's more than 0.
Alright. And then Potter. I will collect some clay. And that's my turn.
Alright.
Also, early works like lampshade perform some of the same value, because if you have lampshade out, and let me show you guys lampshade, so it has that capability. The lampshade means you win clay and sales metal ties, which includes at 0. So even though Julia has no clay sales rather, she's currently ahead in clay sales because she wins the tie at 0. So any clay cards in her hand would be worth back order points at the end of the game. Lampshade's a really, really good early card for exactly the same reason that getting an early metal sale is. It threatens a lot of points in your hand. So Cat has decided to monk.
I'll use your Potter to collect a stone, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I will use my monk to hire a clerk.
So this game has a lot more building up of helpers and craft bench and sales than the last one.
Yeah.
Which you start to see more.
Once you know what you're doing, you're like, okay, I know how to use these.
I should get lots of things.
Okay, let's see. I'll choose Taylor.
Excellent.
And then I will use your monk to hire Potter.
Yeah, that's good.
And then I'll refill my hand.
So if you're wondering why you would want paper in your craft bench, there's a couple of different reasons. One is Crane. Crane lets you use paper as a wild card, although you now see the paper is now, Crane is now on the floor, so that is not useful. The other reason that paper is good in your craft bench, even though it doesn't really help you build much, is Teapot. Teapot can provide you a lot of points at game end for paper that is in your craft bench that otherwise has no value, and there's not a lot of competition for it. So throwing paper in there early and potentially getting 2, 3, 4 of it is sort of a hedge towards a later game strategy.
Put the stool on the floor, and I will not play a card. I will use your Taylor to draw 2 cards. That'll get me 5. And then I will use my prayer to draw a card. Go ahead.
Okay. Alright, I will use.
We've entered double prayer land. A terrible land.
Well, she can't pray on mine. So.
That's true. But I meant you guys both prayed, so. Or
Oh,
both
she
might pray.
hasn't. Yeah, I prayed. She meant.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Ooh, it is Smith time.
It is Smith time.
An exciting time, because it means things are getting built.
So I have 2 tailors, and I will craft tailor. Or umbrella rather. In the morning, you may add a card to the floor from the top of the deck. If you do, you may convert a matching helper into a sail.
Cool.
Yeah, umbrella's a really cool card, especially later on. Julia, stack them vertically.
Oops, my bad.
That's okay.
Alright. And that was your turn?
Yep.
On my turn, I don't have anything to dispose of. I'll have a clerk.
You're gonna get 2 clerks because you have a clerk helper.
Oh, even though he's not covered? Oh, that's right. Covering it just doubles.
Covering it doubles it, so yes.
Yeah. So I will use my. I will use my first clerk.
Did you use your smith already?
Yeah,
Oh no, you're right. I have to smith
Yeah.
first. Okay, that solves all my problems. I will smith this nice scroll I found.
Mm-hmm. And now you have
Now
2 clerk actions.
3 clerk actions.
3 clerk
Yeah.
actions, right? Since it's immediately
not
covered.
covered.
You're gonna get all the clerks.
That is my plan. I am going to use those clerks to pray 3 times.
Yeah, one of the big benefits of getting cover on one of your assistants early is that you can do large card draw actions without a tailor. And having more than 5 cards in your hand is never a bad idea.
More options.
More options. And you're going to get to see what your opponent does before you decide to discard cards at the bottom of the deck. So, yeah. So scroll that Cat just built is just simple.
Oh, and I just realized that I cheated
Uh-oh, what'd
on
you
my
do?
last turn because I had 6 cards. So
Cheater!
yeah, I'm going to say that I returned this to the bottom of the deck at the start of that. And that wasn't one of the ones I just drew.
Yep.
Okay, sorry about that.
Everything is fixed.
Everything is
Nobody's
fixed.
going to jail.
Yay! Your turn,
My
Julia.
turn? Alright, I'll snip back. So it says in the morning I can add a card to the floor. It does not match the helper, but that's fine. So cool. Alright, so you have a clerk.
Yeah, umbrella can be great, especially if you're doing a potter or a monk strategy to replenish that floor when it empties out.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'll use your clerk to make a paper sale.
Umbrella is a cool card.
And then I will use Potter, I have a helper, to collect 2 materials. And I will take 2 stone.
Okay.
So you might notice that the reference cards aren't moving at all. That's because we taped them down to the table for filming. And it's also why the cards are placed
That's
awkwardly at
there.
some points, because they can't actually hit the tape.
I have to dispose of one of my cards. I will get rid of.
You do. So meanwhile, Kickstarter's doing pretty darn good. If somebody pledged $6, would be at $44,444. Sadly, there's no $6 pledge. So yeah, thank you to everybody who's backed us so far. To all the people who are watching now. I'm assuming most of you have already backed because I don't know what else you'd be watching. We're super excited, and we've got an outside chance at making the 80,000 level for the digital version, which I'd love to see happen. I'll be honest, even if we don't make the pledge level, it'll probably happen eventually, just not quite as soon. So yeah, the Kickstarter ends next Thursday, I thought? Yeah. It's 6 days because it's just after 4 o'clock.
Make a
right?
monk. Then I will use your Potter action to collect a material, and I will collect some nice metal.
So yeah, you can see the floor is starting to deplete fairly rapidly now. But since Julia has that umbrella, she's going to get not only her task, but a card off the top of the deck into the pool every turn, which means that she has the ability to do lots of pottering and potentially sales through clerks.
And then with my monk, I'm going to craft with stone, since I have this nice piece of stone in my craft bench.
Mhm.
And I'm going to make a frog.
Oh, the frog.
I'm gonna put my frog over here.
So,
Then I will take an extra turn after this one because I'm.
yes, actually the frog
Actually, I had
turn
less.
here is
Thank you.
cheating.
The frog what?
The frog should say equal or tied. So tied counts.
It says fused works or tied.
Right. The card I put on the screen was wrong.
Oh, okay.
We
Got
had a
it,
little
got it.
glitch. Get into our card file.
Okay.
So frog should say, after you complete this, if you have the least or tied works, take an extra turn after this one.
Got it.
Shucks.
And extra turns are good
Yeah.
because you get to do lots of things. So you do discard your task and play a new task.
Oh, I totally could have played this turn a lot better if I had thought through my strategies properly. It's okay. I will discard this task.
Yep, there is a local pickup option.
Oh, now the pledge is at 44466.
Ooh,
What would be that hand of poker?
that's a full house. We got full house pledges. Yeah, 1,642 backers. That's super cool. That's exciting.
Yeah, I totally could have done this better. Oh well. That's okay.
That's alright, this is how you learn.
Yep.
Part of having a strategy session is seeing mistakes so you know how to correct them.
Yeah.
To show you a perfectly played game would be very interesting.
That's true. I will not play a task down. I will get to do your Potter again, and I will take this cloth. Making a nice collection of stuff in my craft bench. And then I will pray and draw the card, and it is your turn.
Alright, so let's see. Add cards to the floor.
Ooh.
And this goes on the floor too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you still don't have a task.
I still don't have a task. That was intentional.
Man. Alright.
Yeah, one of the nice things about Frog is that you don't wind up exposing the task you played on the Frog turn to your opponent at all.
Yes.
Alright, well, that's really the only thing I can do is refill my hand. Yay.
Alright.
Your turn.
My turn. I put my task on the floor. I think I'm going to play this Potter here,
Mm-hmm.
and then actually, no, I think I want to hold on to that.
So with
And I
two
think I
stone
want
in
to-
Julia's craft bench, she does keep it after she crafts one stone work.
Right.
The reason you'd want multiple stones down there is you can then craft, but then you can sell one of them and have it covered immediately, but still be able to build more stone. And in some cases, you can deny somebody the type of sale entirely, the type of material entirely.
I will play a smith action, and then I will, and I will play a straw over here.
Oh, what's the straw do?
Cloth and clay works each require one fewer support. Oh, sorry. First I'll tailor,
Okay.
which get two into my waiting area.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will play my straw using my smith action.
Mm-hmm.
Cloth and clay works each require one fewer support to complete with the smith
Oh,
action.
wow. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, straw is a
And my
pretty
turn.
early card
Yes.
because it lets you complete Clothworks alone, and then
So nice.
Clayworks for just 2 cards apiece.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Clayworks aren't quite as good as Metalworks, but they're still pretty powerful, and a lot of the Clayworks are endgame scoring cards,
There we go.
which are very useful.
So it's your turn?
Yes.
Alright. Oh, wow, we have a lot of stuff on the floor.
Yeah.
We're so messy. Sorry.
Often I find that rushing for a metalwork isn't as good as getting a claywork out early, just because some of the clayworks provide better overall use during the game.
Alright, so I'm gonna smith.
Oh no,
Okay.
turtle's been used to the task.
Yep. So I definitely have at least 3.
I think you only have to
stone.
show me 2.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be.
You're gonna smith twice.
Yeah, I'm gonna smith twice essentially.
Okay.
So I'm going to build a statue.
Mhm.
After you complete this, transfer 2 materials from the floor to your craft bench.
Ooh.
Yes.
The statue's really nice.
I'll take these 2.
Now let's Julia
All
grab
the
2
metal.
metal really quick.
Yeah, that
Oh,
sucks. Okay.
Now, if she had a metal card in her hand, she could immediately craft with it for the second
For the
smith.
second smith, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, because you can't use metal. Oh, you mean you could? Sorry, yeah. I
Using
see.
the smith as a
Got it.
craft for
Yeah,
metal.
Yeah.
I get it.
Which would have been a really awesome play, except she doesn't have any metal in her hand. Oh.
Aw.
And then I will build a tablet.
Huh.
After you complete this, either return all cards on the floor or restock the floor from the deck until it has both a stone and a metal. So does that mean I can either...
You can dump the whole thing to the bottom of the deck, so
Okay.
Cat would have nothing.
Right.
Or you can add cards to the floor until there's a metal out there. It's already a stone.
Right. I think I like that idea better.
Yeah.
Dump it.
So, tablet's really cool, and underneath the card there, you can see, oh no, the floor is gone! Somebody came and cleaned up. That's
Exciting.
really... Yeah. Since Julia has the ability to add extra cards to the floor with Umbrella, it's really totally to her advantage to dump the floor, because this really only hurts Cat.
Uh-huh. And how?
And how? So dump your...
Yeah, I'll dump my smith. Doesn't make sense to do anything else. So I will... I will just take 2 cards.
Mhm.
Pray twice. Your turn.
Okay.
So yes, if someone used tablet to replenish the floor and there was no stone or metal in the deck, you'd run through the entire deck and the game would end. This does happen in a late game situation sometimes.
Mhm.
So
Or you could just completely mess up the floor.
yeah, or you can wind up with 8 or 10 cards on the floor if for some
Yeah.
reason most of the stones or metals are out.
Okay. So let's hope this works out in my favor.
Yes, Cat is with a K. Sasha is Cat with a C.
No.
Sasha's not playing today.
Anything for me?
So I will do the monk again. I will craft with stone. I already have 2 metal. And I'll end the game by playing bench.
Oh!
Plus 2 points for each of your stoneworks.
I have 6 cards in my hand right now. Is that...
That's good.
That's good for me, okay.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay, so now we're going to look at sales majorities. So, Kat, you have the most metal, so
I have
any metal
6
cards
cards.
in your hand are back orders. Julia, you have the most paper and you have the most clay because of your lampshade. So any clay or paper cards in your hand are worth points.
My hand is empty.
Your hand is empty, you get no back orders.
I have all the clay.
Oh. So now you total up your points.
Let's see.
So, Kat, you
10.
have... Yeah, you
6.
have
10.
4 points of works and then 6 points of back orders for 10.
Oh, 13, because my
13,
scroll.
right. And then Julia...
Oh my god, I think you actually beat me. 6 plus 3. I have 10.
No, but you have bench, which is worth 6 more.
for each of your stonework. So
Oh,
2,
that's
4,
right.
6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. You have 15.
This bench is awesome.
15
1.
to 13.
Oops.
Oh, yes. 16 to 13.
Wow, that was close. Yeah, I was kind of betting I better end it now. So
Yeah, good strategy.
Yeah. Nice game.
Yeah.
So yeah, Julia was able to rush out things.
So when I drew that one hand, I literally got 1 metal and 4
Yep.
and 4 stones. So I was like, well, I know what my strategy is
Time to
now.
build a lot of stone. Yeah, if you can build a lot of
Yeah.
stone, you have bench. That's a good
Great
place to go.
strategy.
Yeah.
All right, so shuffle up the cards. Let's play another game.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to play again?
Yeah, absolutely. I was realizing I had a bunch of metal in my hand when I had the frog turn, and I could have
Sorry for the brief darkness.
played the metal, thus done the metal turn, somehow built the frog
Mm-hmm.
during my metal turn, and then the metal on the floor or something.
Oh, you didn't count your paper sale, did I?
Hmm?
You didn't count your paper sale, did you?
She did.
Yeah.
That was why she had
That
16.
That was, yeah.
If I had had one more stone in my hand, we would have tied.
Yeah. No, that was actually close.
Well, I knew that you were probably building up to something.
I really wasn't. I had no real strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, lots and lots of strategy, and you just out-strateged me this time.
Yeah.
I have just drawn a quilt, which is the
Uh-huh.
clay cloth paper tie winner. And
Oh, okay.
My hope was to get a bunch of stuff into my sails.
Okay. Barring,
cover it.
yeah, barring being able to do the stone, I was gonna try and put a bunch of stuff into my sails to at least get some points that way.
Yeah. Alright. I flipped sketch. Huh.
Flipped curtain.
Okay, well, you go first. I haven't seen sketch. Sketch is cool.
Oh, sketch is really cool. Move one of your helpers to become a new task.
It's actually in my hand.
Alright. I move Daitoro
Ooh.
to the floor. Alright.
And the copywriting gun. Fix that. So for anybody wondering why this one autofocus, if I cut the camera to autofocus and auto fix the exposure with light, you wind up getting blinded with the brightest white ever.
I will
So I have to do it manually. Yay.
Oh, are you going to have to assist you?
What's that? Oh. Yeah, so Julia's starting off the game with a monk. A monk start is fun because you get to get helpers right away.
Nah.
And she's grabbing a clerk.
Right, my turn?
Mm-hmm.
I'll put another clerk on the floor.
All paper, all stone.
I will play a smith to start. I will hire a monk helper, assistant. That can't possibly go badly. And then I will smith using clay from my hand. Oh, I need 3 from my hand. Ah! I didn't pay attention.
So the card backs here are representative of the final product except for the white line on the top because they're just miscut because these are my prototype. They'll actually go black all the way to the edge. There's going to be 2 decks in Deluxe. One's going to have a white back, one's going to have a black back. So you can imagine basically the word Mottainai in black instead of in white with a white back. And you use 1 deck for a 2 or 3 player game, or 2 decks combined for a 4 to 5 player game, and so they have different colored backs. They're really easy to separate out of the fact.
Sorry. I'll hire
All monks all the time.
all monks all the time.
Double monk. So Kat has also played a monk, meaning that she got 2
I get to hire 2
helpers.
assistants.
No. That's 3.
You
No, I did her monk,
'cause she
and I
is-
hired a monk.
Oh,
And then
So
I,
if
yes.
you-
and then I used my monk and hired 2 clerks as assistants.
So
I
if
was
you-
talking about card backs and I missed it.
So if you hire a monk, you can then immediately use that monk to hire another
On my next,
assistant?
no.
Because she hired the monk during your task.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
your
I did
task
your monk,
is 1 monk.
hired this guy.
Okay.
When I got to
Now,
my monk, he had to
Kat's
help her.
task is 2 monks,
Okay.
which is really good.
So, for example, I could not have done that on my first turn. Hire
Correct.
a monk and then
Right,
hire another
right.
guy.
Yeah, you don't recount the number of actions you get during an action.
Yeah. Okay,
during a task, rather.
My goodness, you have an
So
army
the
over
floor
there.
is empty,
that's exciting.
as happens
turn.
sometimes in the early parts of the game.
You'll get to hire a monk.
So for scores can be in the range of 6-0 or 15-10, and like last
42.
time we saw 42-35. I saw a game at BGG Family this weekend where somebody scored 51-30 something. It can vary quite a bit.
My hand sucks.
Oh gosh, the light is really not cooperating.
My hand is almost good.
Uh-oh.
I will smith.
Ah, that's not actually what I want you to do. But that's chill.
Well, I got a Microsoft runtime error, but
I will
nothing crashed,
build
so
a
I'm going to
kite.
pretend that I'm still streaming to you guys.
Reveal from your
That would
hand.
be nice. Seems like it.
Do you have more cloth in your hand?
Oh, yes.
Okay, cool.
Can they still hear?
Actually, that's an interesting strategy question.
Yes.
She's revealing cloth from her hand. Does she actually have to reveal the card, or?
Yeah, you show the card
Mm.
because it's.
I get to
So-
know what it is.
Yeah.
Is what you don't just
You have
show
to
me
show
that
the
you have a
whole
gray
card.
card. You show me what the gray card is.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We're not 90s era CCGs.
Okay. Not that I know what any of the cards do, but
That was Tapestry.
No, that was.
I'm saying that I get to know what it is.
No.
Let me read it.
Okay.
Okay. So I just created kite. In the morning, you may transfer a card from your hand to any craft bench. If you do, treat kite as an exact copy of one of that player's works until the end of the turn. So if I can,
Okay.
give something to your craft bench and then basically use any works that you've played.
It's kind of cool.
Yes, it's very nice.
All
There
right.
we go. So yes, kite is really cool. It becomes a total exact copy, including material
I forgot
type.
to use this.
Which means that if your kite
Yeah,
is on your
yeah,
helper
yeah.
side
Anyway.
and you kite somebody else's work, you can provide cover to a different kind of helper. It means that
Would that only count if I had a helper work? Would be the only way for Julie to cover her helpers. She couldn't use kite to clone a sales work that I had to cover her helpers.
No, I was saying if Julia put kite on her helper side
Oh, okay.
and you had a paperwork out,
Ah.
she could copy it
Got
to
it, got it.
cover her clerk helper for
Got it. I see.
It also changes the amount of points that kite is worth if the game ends during that turn, which is interesting.
Mm. All right. Cool. On my turn, I will get rid of this.
So we're gonna have an empty floor kind of game.
I
So
know.
there are two different kinds of games in Mottainai. There are empty floor games, there are full floor games.
I will leave nothing here. I will pray for your smith. And I will.
Yeah, you can
Pray
use kite once a turn
for
and
mine.
transfer something to your own craft bench. You can't chain it to drop your whole hand in there. It's a good card.
So that's your hand. That's your turn.
That is my whole turn. My whole turn is boring.
I will tailor, which again is also very boring.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep the light levels right, but
Mhm.
it's hard.
4, and that's my turn.
So we're seeing a lot of helpers built up this game.
I will return a card. I will. I will play a tailor. Yeah,
So then you would just pray on your turn.
right. Actually, hang on. I will totally play a monk. There we go. Your turn, I'll do the
Okay.
tailoring. On my turn, I will hire 2 assistants.
Oh, grabbing all the things.
And I will go ahead and hire 2 assistants.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of hiring,
Assistant
assisting, and praying, because
Mm-hmm.
is exciting because you get lots of cards. The
Right.
non-assistant game is tragic because they're not worth any points at the end.
yeah.
And usually somebody else winds up just building a bunch of stuff while you're grabbing
Right,
the
right.
helpers, while you're grabbing all the helpers from the middle.
Man, I wish I had that umbrella back.
Yeah.
I do not have a great hand right now.
I also don't have a great hand, so we're even.
Wow, I do
Too
not
many
have a great.
monks?
I do not have
Yeah.
a great hand. Okay. Whoop-de-doo. No, I don't want to do that. You have a monk. Crap.
A thing that would be good. Do you want to know?
If you play the potter, you'll get the cloth.
But I can also hire that as an assistant.
If you'd rather have a cloth. But tailors make crappy assistants.
You really
'Cause
should
all you do is
clerk
pray.
because you got an assistant. You get to draw cards, or you should pray.
Why do I get to draw cards?
You can pray instead of clerk.
Oh, that's right. You can use the additional actions as prayer.
right.
Got
You
it.
use all the actions as prayers.
Okay. So, for example, with her monk, she could have actually prayed 3 times.
I could have,
Did you?
but
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
Okay.
Right.
I preferred to take the stuff off the floor. I probably should have, because my hand is crap. But
So I
Right,
could
so now you get to
technically.
monk.
Yes. Technically, I could have monked twice, but alas.
Well, you know
the
you have
second
to.
one still becomes a prayer.
you should.
The second one becomes a prayer.
Right.
Okay.
Each
So you
individual
monk and
action
you
can
pray.
be any of the things.
Each individual. Okay. Still learning
Don't
that.
put it. Okay, good.
So.
And then
now
you have 2
clerk.
clerk actions.
So 2 clerk actions,
twice.
2 card. Got it.
So yeah, high assistant games become very large hand games, which
Yes.
is interesting.
Sorry, I believe that was my turn now.
That is your
I'll
turn.
go there.
See, now you
I'll
have
go
a bunch of stuff in your
there.
hand. You can
I do.
do things.
I can.
I will use your clerk to pray 3 times.
Did you play another monk?
Yes, I will use my monk to pray 3 times.
Oh goodness, you don't want to get another monk assistant? Helper rather?
I mean,
I
I
was kidding.
could, but I would rather have 6
All right,
cards.
so we are now in giant hand.
There we go. That's giving me things I actually want to have. Excellent. All right.
Oh, good gravy. All right, Julia, what do you want to do with your giant hand of stuff?
Besides discard some cards, because you have more
yeah,
than 5.
so first up, you gotta drop down to 5.
Mm-hmm. Alright, you have a monk right there.
See, in a game like this, it becomes a decision of when it's time to turn the corner and start doing stuff, as opposed to just accumulating things. Because you can spend all day long chasing a handful of 4 or 5 metal cards to be able to craft a metal. To be able to smith a metal, rather. But, usually you will lose that fight.
Meh. 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 All right. Oh, no, what did I want to do? I want to do that.
So, Julia has returned some cards.
Mm-hmm. So frustrating.
And she's going to get 2 monks from Kat.
Mm-hmm.
And there are conveniently 2 assistants waiting.
It's true.
Man, this is. Oops, sorry.
Oh, don't kick the
My
camera.
bad.
This
Dun,
is
dun.
shaking.
This is this is a crappy hand. Well, let's see what I can do here. I will do a potter.
So first you get 2 monks.
Yes, I get 2 monk actions.
Which you can use as prayers if you'd like. Or you can use to build stone things if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so grabbing that stone into the craft bench is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Because it's going to let you turn that corner to be able to build things. Having an extra clerk assistant is great. Because now you're just going to draw more cards when it's clerk time.
Alright. And for your second monk action?
Oh, I'm gonna draw.
Okay.
And then I'll take this to my craft bench.
Excellent.
Alright. And now it's almost time to build things. Hooray! Maybe,
It's
eventually.
my turn.
At some point.
So, Kat has a mountain of cards, most of which she has to return.
I do. I have to return more than half my cards.
Wow.
No, sorry, exactly half. I have 10 cards.
That's impressive. Which means that she should be able to do something pretty cool.
That is my hope. So I'll return that.
Mm-hmm.
My monk will go on the floor. Oh, that was the thing where I could. Yes, okay. I did this correctly. I will play a smith action.
Mm-hmm.
I will use that potter to pick up some stone for my craft bench.
Everybody's got stone now.
I will use a smith to complete a bowl.
Ooh, what's that do?
and I will reveal that I have some more clay stuff in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, I may collect the top card of the deck into my craft bench.
Bowl is pretty cool.
Wow.
Bowl
That's pretty awesome.
lets you build up a crafting empire quickly. And since
Mhm.
both players only have one workout right now, there's still a decent amount of time left in the game for this to
Yep.
be useful.
Your turn.
So as you can see, Kat had 10 cards, and she was able to set up a smith rather, with 3 other clay in her hand, which is really useful.
Yeah.
Oh, so I don't know. So what I can do is I can give you a card into your craft bench, but I don't know, in order to take a top card from the deck to copy your bowl. I don't know if that's
And
a
that
good
would
idea.
put the top card into your craft bench.
Yeah. I mean, you could give her a paper, which isn't tremendously useful.
Right. So I'll give you a paper. So that
Okay.
means I can copy your bowl, so I can take a card into my craft bench.
Yeah. And you can do in the morning effects in any order you choose. So in this case, Julia used the kite first, and then she used the new copy of the bowl after that.
Okay.
Well, that's how I'd have to do it.
Right. I'm saying you're allowed to do that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I missed a smith action because I had a smith assistant.
You should pray once.
And I would have prayed.
No, not that one.
Hot
Collect
air.
material. So with yours, I will smith.
Well, you can't smith. You don't have anything to smith.
Smithing
Oh,
from
that's
your
right.
hand,
It's
not
only
your
from your
craft bench.
hand.
Right.
Darn it. I'll take a card. And I'll take this into my craft bench.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Building up the materials.
All right. Alright, I will put this on the floor. In the morning, I will collect, and I have a tailor in my bench. And then
So getting a free cloth is neat, because now she's at the threshold for 2 different types of material for crafting. Although Julia is too. Using kite to copy a bowl
I
is
think
good.
I will go ahead and monk my poor frog, such that I can use the Potter action to collect this guy, and then I will use my 3 monk actions to do that. Your turn.
Alright, let's see.
We can also see the 2 different display types of craft benches. Julia has neatly used all of her things in one column. Kat is like, I like putting things everywhere.
I'm separating them out by what they are. Ooh.
Normally you can just tuck these up all the way, but
Yeah.
I can't with this time.
That's okay. Everyone is
Um,
different.
Make it look nicer.
Deck into your cloth bench. Man. So many possibilities.
Are you gonna
So
use?
you have monk.
Do you want to use my bowl?
Hmm?
Do you want to use my bowl? Do you want to put something in my craft
I was
bench?
considering it. I think I will not this turn. Okay.
So you now get 2 monk actions.
2 monk actions. So with crafting with stone, is that just from the craft bench? So then I need 2 stone in order to craft.
2 total. 1 from your hand. You
One-
get the card itself.
Card
plus
itself.
1 more. So yes,
Okay.
you could craft a metal. Yeah, you can craft a stone right now.
Okay, I will do that then.
Yes.
Go set.
So go with that.
All your stoneworks count as being in both wings at the same time.
So now you get extra monks.
Right. Would I get an extra monk this turn?
No,
No. Okay.
because
So
you've
I
already
will-
counted.
Right.
So yeah, Go Set is a stonework that counts as being in both wings at the same time, which can accelerate endgame, or it can cover sails and helpers. It's pretty cool too. All the works are cool.
So
I like every work.
I will grab this as an assistant.
And now you get 3 clerk actions.
Mm-hmm. Guess what I'm gonna do?
Sell
Alana
your
says
stuff.
that Julia's tidy tucked cards are filling her with glee.
Yay!
It's just
OCD.
for you, Alana. There you
So Julia is selling 2 sails, 2 materials to be sails. Both of them are covered currently because she has matching works.
Mhm.
So that's
So they'll be worth points at the end of the game.
And
Then you have 1 clerk left.
Yeah, I think I'll pray.
Alright.
Sounds good.
That's my turn.
This goes on the floor. I gotta discard something. And I discard something before my morning effect, right? Yes, that's the first
Correct.
thing I do.
Yeah, discarding your task happen first.
I will discard that. Discard my task. Put this in my craft bench. Oh look, I got a bunch of Taylor stuff.
Another paper. Yeah, cards like Bowl can also quickly deplete the deck.
Yes.
I think we're down to a little less than half of it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I will
Ooh, it's smithing
Smith.
time.
Mm-hmm.
now I will clerk 3 times. The
Wow.
first time I clerk, I will sell my paper because I think it is more useful there. The second time I clerk, I will leave well enough alone, and so I will just do that twice. Now I will smith. I will smith a teapot, and I have clay in my hand.
Oh wow.
So, Teapot is a great card for Cat.
What does teapot do?
It lets me take materials in my craft bench and get extra points at the end.
So the most frequent material type
Yes,
in
so
your
right now
craft
cloth.
bench. Wow, plus 3 points. Holy crap.
Yeah, so Teapot can
That's
be
a
worth
lot.
a mountain of points if you've got a solid craft bench.
And for my second smith, I will pray.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Your turn.
So I have a weird question. For non-specific action type cards like that, if I want to use Kite, for example, on Teapot
If you
in
did
a
it
turn,
and the game ended that turn,
Right.
Kite would count as Teapot for endgame
oh,
scoring.
that's so awesome.
Huh. Okay.
That's so amazing.
That's good to know.
Yeah, because when the game ends, it ends immediately and it freezes everything in place.
Okay.
So Kite stays as
Ah.
whatever it was copying if the game ends during your turn when you used Kite.
Okay.
So you can copy a teapot or coin or anything.
Okay.
Also, if you're copying like a clay work, Kite isn't cloth; it's clay, so it's only covering the type of thing that the card you're copying.
Oh, okay. So it's still also it would also change type as well. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, it's like there's another copy of teapot on your side.
That's amazing.
Ooh. Kite will undoubtedly be the subject of the most threads on Board Game Geek after release. That's okay. I like it because it's a really neat card effect and it's worth it. Sometimes you just have to have wacky cards. It's a Carl game after all.
Because I have nothing better. Alright, so 2
Remember, you can pray.
without. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have to actually put this
Don't
down.
just throw a smith out there for the sake of having a task. That's not a very
Right.
good plan.
No, you're right. I forget that I don't need a task in my area in order to pray. Alright, I will use your smith to craft straw.
Ooh.
And as we saw in last game, cloth and clay works each require 1 fewer support to complete with a smith action.
Okay.
Pretty nice. And then I will pray for myself. And that's my turn.
Alright. This goes on the floor.
Maybe someday we'll be broadcasting the Mottainai World Championships from Gen Con.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, probably too much effort. We will broadcast the World Championships from our kitchen table instead.
So many combinations.
I will
Much
return
easier.
this. I will play.
Thankfully, the lighting has continued to be nice. And our new fancy air conditioner is not putting out too much noise.
I will play a smith, which is 2 smith actions. Coming around, I don't get to do anything for you. I get to smith twice. My first smith I will make.
Nope.
Nope, because it's from my hand. Hang on. Remembering what comes from my hand and what comes from not my hand is
Yes.
impossible.
Smith means craft bench is your hand. Everything
Yep.
else is crafting, which is from your
I'll,
craft
I'll
bench.
do that then. So I will collect material to my craft bench. I will collect metal to my craft bench.
And now you have 2 metal, which is good.
I know I have 2 metal here, which is important. Alright. Your turn. Oh, and in the morning I did this. I took this
Right.
here. From the bowl.
Oops, somebody hit the camera.
I hit the camera. It was me.
Worst people.
I am awful.
Alright, so I'm going to give you a paper so I can use your bowl, which means
Okay.
I can take a card from the deck into my craft bench.
Sure.
Ooh, you got a
It's
metal.
metal. That's not bad. That is not terrible. Darn it. I will collect a
We have
paper.
2 Potter actions.
Oh, that's right. I have 2 power actions, so I can just take both of these. That's very nice.
Totally peaceful.
And then you pray
I
for
will
your
do
own.
that. Yeah. There.
Alright. This goes on the floor. I only have 4 cards in my hand.
There we go. So Kat has amassed quite the craft bench now.
Oh my goodness.
That's what bowl will do.
I will pray once your turn.
Remember to bowl.
Oh yes, thank you.
Yeah.
This will go on my thing.
So much raw material. Okay.
Ooh.
Totally should have done that in the other order.
I will smith. Actually, Actually, you know what? I'm going to potter because that gives me, well,
Yeah.
yeah, that
Potter's
gives me 2
Yeah.
potter
good.
actions.
Gives you 2 Potters.
So I can
You can collect one
collect
with the first,
one.
and the second you can actually build your clay work because you have
Right.
stuff down there.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, the double Potter to collect and build is a great thing when you can do it.
So
Very good turn.
I will
Ooh,
build
it's Haniwa.
Haniwa. For your
Haniwa.
most frequent helper type, choose one if tied, plus 3 points for each helper.
Okay.
So,
So your clerks.
I'm getting
Right now, it'd be
6
worth 6
points.
points.
Right. And that's my turn.
The end game scoring
Alright.
clay and metal cards can be worth a lot of points.
Discard, use my bowl, get a bench. Um, I think I will smith. Hang on, potter. But I have no clay in here.
Yeah, Potter doesn't help you, it's just gonna be a prayer.
So it's just gonna give me a prayer. Yeah.
So yeah, Captain Smith.
I'll pray
Since
for
she
your
has-
potter. Then I will smith twice. For my first smith, I will use my smith as a craft
Right.
to build a bell.
Ooh.
I'll build it over here, so I cover that smith, which doesn't affect this turn,
Right.
but it would affect the future.
What does the bell do?
If I have a clerk action, I can sell the top card of the deck instead of a card from my craft bench.
Oh, nice.
And
Oh, that's
then
really
with my
good.
second smith action, I will pray.
Yeah. Bell, especially when you've got lots of clerks, can be really amazing.
Yes.
Alright, my turn?
Yep.
Alright. I'll now put the task down.
I think that means you pray twice.
Yeah, I pray twice. Go me.
Okay. Put this down.
So, Cat's army of craft bench continues.
Yes, in the morning I will craft bench, more paper.
Oh my goodness. You've managed to very evenly distribute it, which is sad for your teapot. So at this point, Julia's threatening the end of the game,
Mm-hmm.
which is tough. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I think I want to do I want to hot
Pot.
yeah. I want a potter.
All right.
I'll collect a medal.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get anything for Julia, and it is your turn.
Alright, well, Taylor.
Okay.
Time for cards. You potter that clay. Then you get 2 Taylor actions. You actually get 2 Potter
I
actions.
get 2 Potter actions. 1. Wait, so do I refill? How much?
Including that card, so.
So I don't think I'm gonna have to
How many cards you have?
Well, I just
So put
so
that
I had
separate.
2. So I had 2 originally, right? I had 2 originally. I take 1
For
for
my
an
potter.
extra Potter action. Then I have 2 Taylor actions.
So the first one you refill to 5, you just draw the 2.
Okay,
And the second
And
you
the
get
extra
more.
one you draw 1 card. It's
Okay.
fair.
got it.
And the deck is very thin.
Yeah, alright.
Now it is cat turn. You I see. Dramatic conclusion. Sasha jumps on table, destroys all cards.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
Who's got the oh boy? Wait, wrong game.
What?
Cat is pondering her options. What will happen? Did you bowl yet?
Hmm?
Did you bowl yet?
I have not bowled. I will bowl. Hey, of course. I have everything.
I think all the clerks are in play.
Yes, that seems likely. Which is unfortunate. I will not play a card.
Alright, so you got one Taylor action.
Mm-hmm. Damn. I will... Actually, no, I will play a card. Hang on. There's a better way for me to do this. I will Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor this. I will play this at the start.
Alright, so now you get a Taylor.
I will use my Taylor action to make
This cat has a bazillion cloth in
A
her craft bench she
robe.
can craft. And she has built a robe.
Ooh.
So robe lets you use one clerk to sell an entire material type, which for cat would be really amazing if
If
she
there
gets
were
to use
any
it.
clerks. 3, 4, 5,
She
6,
could
7.
move 3 metal at
8.
a time, or 3 cloth at a time.
And then I will use my Taylor action to make a cloak.
Oh wow. End game. What's cloak do?
After I
Cloak.
complete a work, I may return it if I do complete a medal
Wow.
for
Do
free
you
from my
want to do that?
hand. No, I do not.
Not yet. Okay.
Yep,
So my turn.
Yep.
your turn.
Okay. Alright, so I will clerk.
Oh boy.
Wait, you don't suck.
So first
You
you
only suck if you
get...
win.
get
Did you
2
have 6
Taylor
cards in your hand?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you know
you
I
should
did.
have one.
Sorry. There you go. Okay. So for example, if I wanted to use kite for cloak, could I return one of my works and replace it with a metal?
Only if you complete a work
when
on
you
this
complete
turn.
a work.
When I complete a work.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Are you doing that?
What are you going to
Not this. No, not this turn.
Okay.
Alright, so Taylor. Yeah, one turn. Clerk. I get to clerk 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
So I will sell all of this clay.
It's very reasonable.
Point extravaganza.
You have sold 3 clay, which are all covered.
Yep.
That's pretty exciting. That's a lot of clay.
That's a lot of clay.
Is that your whole turn? That
Yes.
is- yes.
That was all your clerks.
Yes, that's everything.
My turn. This guy
Alright.
goes on the floor. My teapot brings out
Voila.
the quilt. Okay.
Well, if she had kited the teapot, the game wouldn't have ended, so it wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah.
Because it's only until the end of your turn. So there are definitely different things everybody could have done.
Alright.
That is one of the cool things about Mottainai. There are lots and lots and lots of options. What will Cat do? This may be the last turn of the game.
Yeah, I know.
Or maybe not. Dun dun dun.
I'll hold on to this card. For your clerk actions, for the first clerk action, I will sell all of my cloth.
Oh my goodness. Ah, what is extravagant?
For my second clerk action, how many cards are left?
3 cards. I've never gone to the end of the deck before.
Okay.
Dramatic conclusion.
For my second clerk action, I will use my bell to sell the top card of the deck.
Sell.
Oh, sell.
Yeah, which is fine. That's what you want.
It's not actually what I want.
Oh.
Can she just shuffle it into the deck?
Yeah, sure. What do you want?
Hang on, it might be what I want. Yeah. Well, I want to put him in my craft bench, but that's not actually an option for a clerk action. Yeah, for my second clerk action.
If
For my
cloth was the only thing she had, it would have been worth more. But no, she has 4. She still has 3 metal, which is worth 9 points for her.
For my second clerk action, I want to sell all my stone. And then for my third clerk action, for my third clerk action, I'll just go ahead and sell my paper.
Lots of sales. And then you have a prayer for yourself.
And I have a pray, no matter what. Your turn.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I am going to Smith.
So you get nothing from Cat, and you get Smith.
I will make coin.
Got all the cards in your hand.
An extra time for back orders at the end of the game.
Yes,
You
but
got
Cat has
twice.
just ensured that you get no back orders.
She'll get clay. She'll get
Oh, that's
clay.
true.
Wait, what was the card that did that?
I sold
just
all
sold
my
them,
stuff,
yeah.
so I have a monopoly on everything that back
Oh,
orders.
that's
except
true.
for clay.
That's true.
Alright, so that ends the game.
Yes, because that's 5
Boom,
works.
boom, boom.
Alright.
So we get to total up a crazy
Ironically,
total
I
of
have all the
points.
clay.
Yeah. So for
No.
majorities, I believe nobody gets any back orders. So dump all that and dump the floor.
Yep.
So let's count up Cat's points first.
Okay.
So your works
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's
and your
convenient.
bell.
And Bell.
Oh,
You got 13 worth of works.
13 worth of works.
Sales that are covered.
Sales that are covered 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah,
That's
that brings you to
21.
21.
And then for my most frequent type, 3 more, so I have 30 points.
So 30 total
Oh,
for
wow.
Cat. Then Julia over on the right has.
Less than that.
I know, I do. Darn it. I
Whoa.
forgot to use
Oh, you forgot to
kite
use
for
kite.
teapot. Oh, crap.
So your works are worth
I'm
3,
doing.
6, 11.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 13 worth of covered sales,
Mm-hmm.
which brings up to 24.
Oh my gosh.
Then your most frequent
Oh, we tie.
helper type is 30.
Wow.
Tie goes to the current player.
Does it?
Yes.
Ah, huzzah.
Really?
Julia wins
Good
30
job.
to 30.
Holy crap. Alright, good job. I think of it as a tie.
Yeah, no.
I think it's a tie.
If you had remembered, you would have kited my teeth before you did
Yeah.
that, and you would have been fine.
So yes, there's a couple of things that could have gone differently
Oh my
near the
gosh.
end there.
I didn't.
so-
I couldn't have ended the game on my turn.
Well, you know what?
I didn't quite have enough
I was
stuff to draw the
considering-
last card.
I was considering using stone instead and getting that other clear.
If I hadn't sold
it
any of my
nice.
stuff,
What did you have in your hand at the end of the game?
like 2 clay cards.
Were they both potters? Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you would be able to use helpers to end the game.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
wow,
That was
good game.
intense.
Yeah.
That's a crazy game.
Much intense.
All right. So thank you all for watching. A couple of games from Mottainai.
Yay.
We're gonna do another stream probably on Tuesday with more advanced strategies. This was just sort of a gameplay session.
More advanced strategy.
More advanced
I
strategy.
better get advanced
Serious
before then.
business.
No, that was good. That was insane.
And the return of Sasha. Yeah, that was a really good game. So thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you again on Tuesday.
Yay.